Did you hear that Michael Jackson and Tupac was going to be uh, 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 providing evidence in the Tupac case?
What? No. And we're live, by the way, but no. Do you want to talk about that since we're here?
Oh, not now. We could talk about it later.
Okay. Hi, it's Sue Greenwald here. I'm with Awaken Stories, and I'm here today with King Smarty. Yay! How are you, Smarty?
Fantastic. How you doing?
I'm fantastic.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good.
So, yay. Okay. So we have a lot to catch up on. I'm glad we're doing it because I've been wondering about some of these things and I wanted to make sure everybody was clear. So first topic is weather modification. So we know that in the US, we had this big hurricane, a lot of fear mongering, and it ended up going up to basically North Carolina and Tennessee. And there was a lot of devastation there. And that's turning into like Maui 2.0, exactly kind of what they did there, in my opinion, which, is supported by many articles and videos. So do you want to talk about that?
Yeah. Well, that's nothing but the IDF, which is military intelligence, Israeli Defense Forces, which never been on the defensive, by the way. They've been all, well, actually they have been, but it's because all of the different groups out there are literally going after them.
Yeah.
Because what they've been doing around the world. So yeah, they are on defense right now.
Defense.
Right.
Yeah.
So that being said, they're the ones that are doing all of this, along with the reptilians, the half breeds, and all the different dark demonic forces. They're all doing all this stuff. Now, if you do your research, you'll find out that there has been weather modification systems, weaponry for a long, long time. There's even treaties against certain certain countries, if you would. And the treaties are, none of them will use weather modification on each other.
Oh.
So that's a real treaty. That's a real. You can look it up. However, that treaty doesn't say we can't do it on ourselves or we can't do it on the properties that we're controlling. So a lot of these individuals are literally acting like God. They're playing God. They're killing people left and right. Like Maui, they lasered the place. Over here, they use weather modification because they can't obviously laser everybody because that would raise a lot of red flags. However, because of the work that we're doing and exposing it all, this is why some of their equipment has been falling from the skies, being washed on shores.
Right.
More and more people are talking about it. It's being exposed because Dad wants it to be exposed. The fact that they've been using all this type of weather modification to clean out certain areas or even make money. Right. Now, if you think about it, if we send a hurricane in or we send a flood in, and we're also owners of the insurance companies and everything else, why wouldn't we want to send a fucking hurricane to your area? Because the same insurance company that we own, right, meaning BlackRock, right, they own a lot of shit. So why wouldn't we send a hurricane or some type of disaster in this area? Because we already got your money, and we're going to take your land. We're going to give you some couple dollars here and there. You got to vacate. Now we got your land. And they call it government, whatever you want to call it, which is why you're having the issues with FEMA and these black helicopters that are running around fucking shit up. Okay, well, these are nothing but CIA, Israeli, put together soldiers that are doing all this type of havoc. And the best part about it all is that they're revealing themselves. And everything that I've told you, who these people are, is going to be validated. There's no other way. So just, their Bible says, everybody's going to come against Israel and then blah, blah, blah. Israel's going to come out on top. Well, their Bible is totally wrong. They created their Bible. And they also forgot about the daddy factor. and his will is being done.
Yeah.
Not mine, because I would have been fucking wiped these fuckers out, right?
Yeah.
So even though I want to do more, I've already told you guys the protocol, which is we have to expose them. We have to expose how evil these people can be.
Right.
And after that, then I have full authority to eliminate them, which is why I'm just sitting here, just waiting, patiently waiting. We already know that we get to live forever after all this stuff because of all the different healing devices and frequency devices that will be released to the world. We'll be able to restore everyone and everything, almost like it never happened. However, the human mind isn't there yet because they did a successful job with dumbing your asses down. That being said, because we are energy, because we are vibration and love and frequencies, the crystalline chamber and all the other devices that are made by legitimate people that know what the fuck they're doing, we will have eternal life because we're nothing but energy. And that's going to be evident everywhere.
Right.
So let them continue to, well, we don't want to let them continue to wreak shop or wreak havoc or however you want to pronounce that or say that. The fact of the matter is they have to be exposed for what they've been doing. And that's what they're doing. And they're doing a very good job at it.
Right.
Because you have all of us around the world, especially me and the Jedi crew, all of you guys that I taught how to, we're working on everything.
Right. Right.
That being said, you see last night when I told you guys about the heavy love and light blankets for all the parents that were missing their children for years. Remember right when the corona shit was happening, I told everybody what would happen. We're going to have to put heavy love and light blankets on all these individuals because they're going to find out their children have been taken, violated, murdered, and thrown into places like McDonald's. So that's going to be real difficult for some of these people to accept. However, we have all the evidence of it all. There's nothing you cannot hide from that. Nothing at all. Nothing. So yeah, I've been training all you guys for all these times that are coming. And this is what it's all about. Everybody realizing what they are, how that, what we are, how we can command, how we can work with Daddy, right? Because we have to choose to work with him. That's what free will is all about. Source directives, God's plan. All of it is happening right now. It's exciting. Yes, we're seeing difficult things like children being bombed and all this other shit happening. However, we know that Dad has a perfect outcome because it's his plan. Even me myself have to just sit here and watch it all, knowing my hands are tied. The good news is that it's all being exposed, and so are we. The light forces, the angelics, galactics, everybody's starting to see it more and more and more. We're not going away. We're here to stay. So yeah, the weather modification is a real thing. It's being exposed. The satanic harvesting of children's blood is a real thing. It's being exposed. The reptilian factor in all of it, right? Because that's their leaders, their masters, if you would, is a real thing and is being exposed. The demonic forces behind it all, how they're going in and out of people's bodies, is a real thing and is being exposed. This is what those 10 levels of consciousness that recently just were increased will do for people. There's no denying it. It's over. Even the fact that I am who I am, you can't deny it anymore. I mean, you can if you want to. So.
Wow. Okay.
My bad. I just kept going on and on and on.
No. I've got so many things to ask, but so let's go back to weather modification and what happened in North Carolina. So they predicted this horrible hurricane. Everybody's fearing for their lives. It ends up they're wiping out everything. So we're seeing, especially on Facebook, footage of people's homes wiped out, their loved ones carried away, cars being swept away, pets being swept away. People are missing. There's no food, there's no water, and there's no roads. Okay. So going back to all of that, the government slash FEMA, our agency for emergency purposes, is basically blocking any aid. Now, they did this in Katrina. They did this in Maui. They've done it with all the big events, which of course they've orchestrated. So they don't want the aid, but they want you to donate money.
Well,
Yeah.
again, we all know now, because of the Israeli stuff, that literally almost everyone within the government has dual citizenships to Israel.
Right.
So who you think is doing all this? It doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist to figure this shit out.
Right.
So they're the ones that are doing it. They did it for multiple reasons: gold, lithium, property, blah, 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 blah. However, what they did was they woken up the sleeping giants. That's all they did. So congratulations, you fucking idiots.
Well, let me ask a question though. Wouldn't you have thought Maui would have woken up the sleeping giants?
Well,
That was a year ago, right?
well, because it wasn't here in the mainland, so we don't give a fuck.
Mm.
And now you got sheriffs ready to form militias, right? Not to mention we got our own assassination groups out there hunting too. And
Good.
yes, I do have my own assassination groups.
Right.
And these guys they're perfect, if you would. Not to mention they work for Daddy.
Ooh.
So as they do what they do and they get exposed, they're gone.
Okay.
They are gone. So
we pretty much have to watch this unfold.
right.
And I don't want to say sit back because that's passive and horrible, but we have to watch this unfold until it is permitted to take out the bad guys. Is that what you're saying?
Basically, however, we don't sit back. We use our energy. We use the method that I taught you guys. We enforce, we heal, we destroy, or I destroy. We do all these things and we enforce what Dad wants done. So when he gives me orders, I do it. And then I have other groups, other Jedis enforce it. So no matter what happens, it's all Dad's plan. It's all Dad's will.
Okay.
So when we're done cleaning this shit up, we will have the Jetsons, like I've always stated in the past, going from the Flintstones to the Jetsons.
Okay.
Why does all the cities and countries all around the world are building up everything so beautiful, and yet our shit looks like trash still?
Looks really big. Every city you go to, there's homeless, there's graffiti, people out of work. We're like one of the most wealthy countries in the world. And look at the way our people live.
Yeah, well, we are the most wealthy country in the world, which is why they've been here ciphering,
Yeah.
taking from the top and putting it in their own pockets.
Yeah. So the corruption is really being exposed here. It's amplified a lot. Now, I've seen several videos, and I think you probably shared most of them, about they're basically mining lithium and quartz in these areas already, and there were permits filed. I actually saw a video where there were tractors digging, like it looks to me like they're actively working in these areas. Now, the people are still going without food, water, the animals have no food or water, but these guys are already actively mining. And I think it's the company is called something like Albemarle or something like that. And they're owned by Vanguard, BlackRock, and stockholders. And I believe one of the largest contributors to that is Kamala Harris's husband. So I
Well,
don't know.
at the end of the day, the heads of all these companies are in fact reptilians.
Yes.
So they don't give a shit about you, your property, your belongings, or nothing. This is why they can send billions to Israel and only want to give you 700 to 2,500 in all these areas.
Right.
Okay, who's supplying their food chain? Israel. Who's supplying everything for them? Israel. Who's the one doing all this stuff in the music industry? Israel. Who the ones that's keeping everybody dumbed down? Israel. Who the one is getting ready to be wiped off the fucking planet? Israel. so
Awesome. Yeah.
so at the end of the day, it is Dad's will that's happening, and it's happening across the board in everyday life, everywhere.
Okay.
So that's why I made these hoodies and T-shirts. His will, not mine. God's plan. Well, source directives is the more advanced word for God's plan, because
Right.
we don't call God God up there. We call him source. So these individuals have successfully annihilated themselves by continuing to do what they've been doing for thousands of years. And it all comes to a stop because the king returns.
Awesome.
Oh, and I can't be arrested, by the way.
Boom. Boom.
Hmm.
Okay.
You want to fuck around and find out? Go right ahead.
Yeah, awesome news. Awesome news. So Israel, now last I knew, I think it was Iran was bombing them a couple days ago. Like it's probably pretty ugly over there, but can you tell us what's happening there?
Well, they're being eradicated, like I just said.
Yeah, yeah,
They're hitting strategic locations in Israel,
right.
and everybody's freaking out because they supposedly had this protective dome. Well, how are you going to protect yourselves from people who are thousands and thousands and billions of years ahead of you? Not to mention, my entire force is here. Y'all done fucked up. You're going to see a massive humanitarian event take place worldwide. And everybody, all these different governments will stand down. Most of them already know who we are because they've been watching and listening, and they're excited as well. The only ones that ain't are the lower level individuals who don't have a fucking clue on what's happening because their higher ups won't tell them.
Okay.
So that need to know basis is ending. In fact, it already ended.
So full transparency of what's going on in the future.
Right now.
Right. Okay.
Right now.
Right.
People don't understand the whole Project Bluebeam has been wiped out as well. So what you're seeing in the skies are not Project Bluebeam. You're seeing a mixture of cabal and our ships, and mostly are ours.
Okay.
In fact, the we all seen the JP and Dr. Salas and that interview or that event, and supposedly the ship came up because Elena called it out there.
Yeah.
Well, that was designed by the CIA as well.
Yeah.
the dark ones. So Daddy always validates. Always. You guys are fucked. You guys are so fucked.
So the people that paid all that money at that event are like, oh my golly, what power she has, how good her skills are, when in fact it was a setup event. It would have been fun if you had gone in and blocked it from happening. Just saying.
Well, Daddy wanted it to happen anyway, just so I could talk shit.
Okay. Okay. Which
Yeah,
is fun.
and they yeah, and they want to bring in more people to their CIA thingy in the disguise of, you know, a secret space force or SSP called something else, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all of that is being revealed. All of that has majority of it has been shut down, and we literally got them cornered. So the stuff that they're allowed to do is just for public. It's just for on the surface type of thing, so that they can, you know, continue to trick certain people until they can't no more.
Right. Okay.
So at any given point, we will make the whole thing disappear, all of it, and everyone that don't want to turn to that,
Okay.
they will literally fucking disappear, evaporate. I keep telling y'all, y'all nothing but energy. Pow, gone, just like that. Just like that fucking black helicopter and those who sent it, gone, gone.
No.
This is for real.
It's hard for us to imagine what these people are going through, like people, you know, their family members, you know, basically dead and still left in the street, you know, and then again, the government blocking aid, not even bringing water, food, whatever, blocking aid and only wanting our money.
Yeah, there's also a specific mansion in North Carolina. I think it's Bellevue or something like that.
Biltmore.
Right. So pay attention because you're going to see bodies floating up out of that area
Ooh.
because it's been a heavy satanic worshiping temple or center temple, whatever you want to call it. So all of it is being revealed.
Yeah.
And dad shows me everything, man. Hello.
Okay. So the bodies that are in the tunnel will be coming up out of that tunnel?
It's already started. Just they're censoring it.
Oh, well, I'll tell you why. The other day we were talking about that and I actually looked it up and it says, oh, nominal damage only at the front gates. And it
Mhm.
showed a picture of like the front gates, like in disarray. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's not so bad. I didn't think much more of it at that point.
Yeah, well, there was also a report where a guy opens up his front door and saw nothing but bodies floating.
Ooh,
So it's all being exposed. These fuckers are done.
yeah. So I hope we have that somewhere on video at some point. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, not that I want to see it, but it's the
yeah,
proof. It's what I want is proof because, you know, we know what's going on, but the rest of the world is still calling us crazy. And I would really love for that to end.
well, you know, at this point,
Yeah,
the track record on all the stuff that I'm saying coming to pass,
yeah.
you know, it should be enough. If you're still skeptical, then there's something wrong with your ass, like seriously wrong, and you need to get checked in. Like seriously, like go right now, and go check yourself in because your ass is crazy.
Well, I like to think that seeing these videos of like basically the helicopter disrupting the supplies and messing up supplies for people and the stuff that's going on there. I like to think that seeing that video will wake people up even more.
It is.
Our, you know, basically we're doing this to our own, not, you know, we, but you know,
Not we, but the so-called
hey,
government officials or
yeah,
the people that you selected to be over
yeah,
you because you
yeah,
think you need somebody to govern you, right?
yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, so what he says. And so now you talked about insurance. So we know that with every disaster, like they had hurricanes down in Florida, like the Fort Myers area of Florida. Let's say it was last year. Then I'm seeing reports of homeowners insurance is either unobtainable or it's so high it's crazy. And when you have a mortgage on your house here in the US, it's mandatory that you have homeowners insurance. And of course, everybody's afraid of their home being wiped out here. So those insurance companies are just raking it in.
Yep. Yep.
It's what,
It's been fraudulent from the beginning.
yeah,
And you know why insurance companies exist? Because the same individuals that control everything are making sure you guys live paycheck to paycheck so that you can't afford to fix your fucking house if something happened to it.
right.
Now, what happens when all that changes and you can afford to fix your fucking house? What do you need insurance for? What do you need insurance for your car if you get into an accident and you have money to fix your own fucking car?
Yeah.
Bye-bye. See y'all.
Yeah, I always thought it was weird years back that our country would mandate health insurance. Okay, like if you have the money to pay the doctor or the dentist when you go, isn't that enough to pay the bill?
Well, again, that's another way of controlling everything
Exactly.
because they're designing it for you to live paycheck to paycheck to increase this and increase the pay, increase the fucking taxes, increase this, increase that.
Right.
Put the prices of food so fucking high when you know $5 would have got you a cart food.
Yeah.
Um, they're the ones that have been controlling all that, which are the same ones that control the insurance companies and all the other bullshit, tax paying bullshit, right?
Right.
So because they know that you can't afford certain things, they say, "Hey, well, let's get you insurance. You can pay us, you can pay us a couple of dollars every month, and if something happens, we're gonna fix it for you. And 10 years, nothing happens. You done gave them your fucking money
Yeah.
for 10 years straight, and nothing happened.
Yeah.
Come on, hello, that's a fucking scam in itself."
Yeah. Yeah. So think of it this way, like as we age, we look back on our lives and we've bought auto and homeowners insurance and whatever else for how many years and never had a claim. Wouldn't you think those companies have enough money so when somebody does have a legit claim, they can pay them? Oh no, they put in sneaky little clauses where they could get out of paying those claims. It's ugly, ugly, ugly. Yeah. So what's happening here in North Carolina is like Maui 2.0. It's the same thing. Now I'm hearing the past day, I didn't realize this, but there's another hurricane supposedly headed toward Florida. And I think it's the Tampa area, and it's supposed to be this horrific, even worse kind of a hurricane. And I think what they're doing is they're just playing on the fear that people already have, and then they see what's happened in North Carolina. So the fear has been amplified. Do you agree with that?
Yes, and that's always been happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
And since the same companies own everything, they're the ones that's going to bank off of it anyway,
Yeah.
right? No matter what, you got to pay taxes and income taxes and blah
Yeah.
blah blah and mortgages and all that shit. So
Yeah.
if your property or your stuff gets damaged, you got to go out and buy more stuff. They get taxes off of that.
Yep.
So they're constantly creating havoc to put line in their own pockets or fill
Exactly.
their own bags up. If
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's all been a scam. This whole entire thing is a fucking scam. That's why, the first time I flipped the table was for the money changers.
Yeah.
Now I'm flipping the planet, backside up, right side up,
Right. I love that.
and there's
Now,
nothing they can do about it.
awesome. Now, last week you had shared this picture of some weather manipulation, basically devices that had washed up, or you told us that you had pushed it forward out of the ocean. But can you tell us about this picture?
Well, first of all, we shot it down.
Shot it down. Okay.
Then we made it wash up so that people can see what it is. However, it doesn't tell you what it is. I'm the one to tell you what it is.
It's true.
It's a weather modification device, and
Uh-huh.
they also got handheld ones, so
Mhm.
they can literally go out on a boat and just hit the fucking remote control type thing, and it'll create a pattern where it sends off hurricanes and blah blah blah. So
Okay.
that's what they are. And the ones that had the handheld devices, we blew them up in their fucking hands. They lost their arms and everything.
Okay.
Now this is going to be revealed too. When you see a bunch of people in the government or wherever missing arms,
You're so big. Okay, well, all right, so I wanted to make some comments about that picture. So you had posted it, I'm gonna say it was last week. I went through your Telegram, I could not find the photo. Now, I could have missed it, but I went through either 2 or 3 times. It was also on my phone. Couldn't find it there either. Just like the old photos I was looking for before. I actually came across it by accident last night and
there
saved
are
it.
there are no accidents. But yes,
Yeah,
they are going in and out of people's phones and deleting things.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
So they don't want us to know about this, is what I'm saying.
No,
Okay,
because it gives more fuel for the flame for the fire.
right,
I
right,
mean, the fire's already lit. Y'all done.
yeah.
It's over.
Oh, okay, so again, they're predicting this next hurricane in Florida. And you shot these down. Are there more like hovering around, or like you blew up the handhelds? Like, can we get all the rest of them?
Well, another thing is the fact that people are still believing what they're reading and listening in the news is the real problem.
Creates it. It creates it.
Because even if we did shut them all down or eliminate all of them or everyone doing it, we still got the news factor and how the mind manifests reality.
Yeah,
So this is another reason why we have to get rid of the news and reinstate it with
yeah,
benevolent, truthful, manifestating news.
yeah.
So we'll do our best to eliminate everything. However, that is the main problem, if you ask me.
Okay. Well, yeah, like I said, they're building upon the fear that's already there. And it's amplified already because we're seeing the devastation in North Carolina.
Right.
And
Right. So what we can do, we can put our energies and abilities, everything that I taught you guys, zero in on all the storms everywhere from here on out. Um, Shut them down and only allow what data allows to happen in these storms. That
right,
being said, if they're not natural, we will shut them down
yeah,
and only allow natural storms. We can do that. I know we can. We've done it many times. We do it every day. I do it here by myself. Okay. So that being said, let's go ahead and hit all that. Everybody tag it. Done.
done.
And it only takes a second to do that.
Done. Yeah,
Everything else happens here before it manifests. You know how they say use your imagination? Well, I got news for you. Your imagination is where the manifestation really begins. It's not just an imagination the way they let you believe it was. It's real. It's the dimensional work. That's the Jedi method. Seeing it done and putting your energy to making it happen.
right.
That's literally how the Jedi method works. And since we have the heart energy, the love energy, and just all around good folks, shit happens. Pow!
Now, I'm gonna say yesterday or the day before you posted the map of the US with the microwave energy coming. And it showed again, the East Coast, Southeast especially, getting hammered by the microwaves. Yet the Pacific, the West Coast, really dry in a drought season. So they are trying, I mean, we're seeing the proof there. They're trying to create this modified weather. We're
Right.
seeing, yeah,
They're doing it. They're doing it in California, especially because. All right. You ever had a pet lizard?
yeah,
You ever seen a pet lizard in a glass fish tank?
yeah.
What do you need for the lizards?
Crickets, a few crickets or a little bit of food and a little bit of water.
Okay, well the main thing is a heat lamp
Ah, sorry.
because that's what keeps them alive. Why do you think it's so hot over there all the time?
Ooh. Point made. Well, I was gonna say that it was a land grab. They want the people to move away, right?
Either way it goes, they purposely keep that area super hot because that's where a lot of them live at now. That's where mostly all the reptilians left, uh, um, New York and even Florida, and they're all that side.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting. I didn't think of it that way myself, but I'm glad you said that.
yeah.
Okay. All right. What's happening with Moses West? I know you had put his letters out a couple days. He's looking for donations and equipment and all of that. He's gonna go up to North Carolina and help with his water creations, his machines and that. Where are we with that?
Today they're looking for pricings for chassis and prices for generators
Okay.
or a generator. Um, um, we're going to pay for some of the items because Daddy wants me to. I'm literally just waiting for them to get back to me on that. And since you brought it up, I'm going to send them a message right now. What's up, my brother? Any updates? Done. So
And that's how it's done.
yeah, that's how it's done.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, we want to make sure they get there safely as well, and we want to make sure it goes to a place where um, everybody can benefit off of it.
Right.
Plus, I was in contact with um, Clayton Nolte, which the structured water units. So he sent me some photos of some new units that we want to attach to that Moses West device.
Okay.
Um, and I'm also working on my free energy device to power Moses devices so that we don't have to spend gas or fuel or anything like that no more.
Even better. Okay. So for those that want to help there, you had put QR codes on your Telegram. I think it was yesterday. So back up to yesterday, and there's 3 or 4 different ways you can donate money that will help go toward clean water for the people.
Yeah, those QR codes were strictly for the Help Somebody Today campaign.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's all right because I did have some donations come in for the Moses stuff.
Oh,
That being said, it's going to go where it's supposed to go when it's time to go. I'm just
okay.
waiting for them to respond to me.
Okay, so if we use those QR codes, you'll see, okay, we need to allocate this much here, this much there. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, well, the QR, yeah. So the QR code is mainly for Help Someone Today campaign. We had a lot of people step up to the plate, and
Awesome.
we literally got Chicago, Oklahoma, Bronx, Birmingham is this week, and in 2 weeks we got the Destin. So we literally got 5 of them going right now, and then we got 3 more in the works, which is Atlanta and 2 in Puerto Rico. We also got 1 in Spain that's happening, and in Africa we're still working on out the details. That being said, Dad wants these Help Someone Today campaigns worldwide because of what he is doing for the people. And all of these events are just for the people to see and feel Dad's love. And then when it's time, we're going to pop up on all these other events and do wonderful things for the people as we go.
Awesome. So you kind of had explained that to me before, like, because all right, so this is the human logic, okay, like, well, we should wait until after the RV when we have lots of money to do these, right? Right? Because then we can really go to town on it. But you're starting them now, and I didn't quite 100% understand it, but we're out there spreading love and raising the vibration, changing people's belief systems and attitudes.
That's right.
Yeah,
And we did it with little to $0.
yeah,
And in a lot of the locations, people are already giving spaces and giving us things and
right.
wanting to be a part of it. And all we're doing is just sending out the proposal videos and the proposal paperwork that we got. And people are like, this is for real. This is for real. Like, oh shit.
Yeah,
And they're seeing all the different events that we're funding, we're putting our money to.
right.
And that's where the money's going to, back to these events, because this is what Dad wants done.
Right. And they're locally like organized for the most part. So there's a local flavor, like everyone's a little different. One, like a couple were food giveaways, and then you had the school supply giveaway. One was pure entertainment and just fun for the kids. You know, they're all going to be a little bit different, and that's great because people, different areas need different things.
Yeah, and tomorrow there's another food giveaway in the at Umbrella Studios.
Up in New
And
York.
yeah, and I've donated the EMF stickers.
Oh, good, good.
I donated the EMF stickers. I paid for the thank you bags that you get at Walmart, but
Yeah,
they have our company names on them, logos and all that.
yeah,
So I paid for that. I paid for a bunch of other stuff there. And we're not talking about shit no more. We're just doing it. And as we do it, more and more people are participating. And we
right.
got a school literally gave us a football field.
Yeah,
We got a bunch of churches that gave us the whole freaking, the whole area.
right.
I mean, this is why Daddy wants us to start it, because these locations where we're starting them at, they're going to be a annually thing, and sometimes 2 or 3 times a year,
Right.
which is what we want. So the more and more people find out about the event was actually free, and they didn't have to pay for nothing because the people that were attending were already taken care of, they're going to want to come out every time. Not to mention, when me and certain people go to these places and perform or do our whatever it is we're going to do there, perform, it's going to be even more and more exciting.
Right, right. And that's going to be in the future too. Like you're physically at events now. So some of the Jedis have come, but people get to interact and meet you.
Yeah.
And you, of course, make it super fun. But in the future, especially the events are going to grow, 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 grow. And people will be interacting, and there'll be a lot of special secret surprises that they'll experience. It's going to be great.
Yeah. And the secret surprises will be from us, not from the cabal.
That was implied, but yeah.
They were there last event like this, trying to take photos and do all this stupid shit, and it's like, just stay over there and don't get yourself in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I will fucking evaporate your ass faster than you can.
Faster than you can say ambasol.
You know, when these live evaporations start taking place, everybody's going to be like, "Whoa, he's for real." Mm-hmm. I've been telling y'all.
It's true.
So
okay. Now, I feel like another negative news. We've heard a lot about these port strikes and the horror of not having our shipments delivered, and then trucker strikes. Okay, so then I've seen footage of people at Costco, like they've got their wagons to the brim with toilet paper and cases of water. They're freaking out. Okay. So of course that has you wonder like, oh, should I go do that too? And what would you just say to somebody that's got that in their head? Like they're a little concerned.
Well, it had to get shut down temporarily.
Yeah.
And if you know, if you're following, it's already been resolved. It's already been taken care of. There was multiple reasons why it took place, and everything was done successfully, which is why it already resumed. That being said, changing of the guards took place. Children were saved, and a lot of people got arrested and soon to be executed. And lots of things were confiscated. Okay, so everything is changing for the better, despite how it looks. Despite how you feel about everything, just know that our Father, our Creator, our God, our Daddy, whatever you want to call him, is in full control. And nothing is impossible, including resuming all of the fucking junk y'all bought.
Yeah, and I know I saw a video where I think it was Amazon was shut down in California and they were freaking out. I'm like, dude, you can live a couple of days without all that stuff, you know?
Right.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? So,
I tell you, none of my shipments stopped.
yeah, yeah.
None. And I got stuff coming in from overseas all over the place. None of my shit stopped.
Okay.
I wonder why.
So what I guess I was getting at is that there should be no fear. You had put out a post last week or something that fear does not come from daddy.
Does
All right.
not.
So we have to remember that when we see something that causes us worry, anxiety, or fear, I mean, we're human, we feel it, right? But then step back and say, I'm going to be taken care of. It's going to be fine. There's a bigger picture than we know often.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the thing. Confusion, fear, anxiety, getting stressed out,
Yeah.
people stressing you out, all this type of shit does not come from daddy.
Right.
So if you're feeling that way, or if you're going through something, it's time to change your scenery or change the people you're around. Because once you realize that it's his will and not ours, then everybody should be working accordingly. If not, it's time for people to move. It's time for people to go. It's time for shit to change.
Right.
And it's time for you to realize that with dad, there is no fear and there's nothing but his will. Move forward in a happy-go-lucky type of way, knowing that he's got you covered. He fights your battles. He does everything, and all you have to do is turn to him. Did you see that picture that I posted last night with the finger?
Yeah, the God finger.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So you see, it was pretty cool. I liked it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's dad's finger, and then supposedly
Human.
Adam's or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then all you gotta do is lift it up and connect with him.
Yeah.
That was cool. I liked
But
that.
it said something like basically the human has to make the effort to connect with God, Daddy.
Having not. You know why I like this so much? Because I've been telling y'all, you got source directives or you got free will.
Yeah.
Which one you want?
Right.
I want source directives because even though it don't go my way, it's going his way, and everything's runs a lot smoother.
Yeah.
Now, when you do shit on your own because you have free will to do things on your own, it doesn't work out the way that you in your mind wants it to work out, right? So,
pretty much never.
Right. So the best thing to do is just follow his directives, follow his will, follow his orders. Like he orders us to do things every day, nonstop. And we do it every day, nonstop. And even me, bitching and complaining and moaning, I'll still do it. Just like the rest of y'all. I'll do it too. I ain't doing that shit right now. Whoa, okay, my bad.
Little hot sauce on the butt.
Yeah. So I mean, I get it that it's difficult for a lot of people to understand the whole fact that free will and daddy's directives, because they still feel like he doesn't communicate to them, which is not true at all. Not true at all. I'm gonna give you an example again, over and over. I'm gonna give you these examples. When you're getting ready to get in your car and go down the road, and something tells you to make a left, and you make that left because something told you to make that left, then you find out later on in the day that if you would have went the right like you normally do, you would have got into a traffic jam or shootout or some other bullshit, right? But that something told you to go to the left. You found out later on why that something told you to go to the left.
Yeah. Yeah.
That something is what you call dad.
Yeah.
Literally. Literally. There's no way around it. When you get that eerie feeling that something ain't right, that's dad telling you, stop what you're doing, go that way. Right? Stop what you're doing. Don't do that. Do this. That's dad. It's not that fucking hard to figure it out. when people tell me, oh, God doesn't talk to you, how the fuck you know? That's why you need to go check your ass in the mental ward.
Well, and you know, like I'll testify, like I'm stubborn. Okay. I like to do things my way, the Sue way.
The free will way, yeah.
And sometimes that's not the right way. And it never works out right. But I still do that from time to time. Okay. I've gotten better as the years go by in recognizing what I'm supposed to do. Like, no, for everybody, it's a different way. Some people hear the voice, some people like whatever. For me, it's a knowing.
Visions.
It's a yeah,
right.
Vision, or it's like a strong urge to do something at this exact moment. And
right.
When I follow that, it turns out pretty well, like by magic. Okay.
Yeah.
When I don't, not so well.
Right. And that's dad. And there's three ways. It's the visions, the direct hearing him, and knowing.
Yeah.
So imagine having all three combined all at the same time. And it's like you cannot fuck up because you just heard it over and over again. But that's me and B, right? That's me. That's us all day long.
Yeah.
All day long. And I'll be doing something, and then B's saying something Daddy says. I'm ready to choke both of y'all. Cut it out.
You thought you were gonna slide, and B won't let you slide.
Yeah, I'm all over the place trying to do. Well, I mean, Dad made me in a way where I can accomplish multiple things at the same time. But sometimes I'll be like, all right, stop. What the fuck? Yeah.
That's great.
And I say, if you say one more thing, I'm fucking quitting. I'm resigning. And then he just starts busting out laughing because Dad's just like, go ahead. No.
Yeah.
I was just joking, Daddy.
Oh, golly, okay. Now, a couple of days ago, you put out, there was a whole bunch of armadas heading our way. I want to say it was like 100,000. I don't remember the number. It was a big number. Are they on the way or are they here?
They're on the way and here. So it's both.
Yeah.
And just, was it yesterday or the day before that Daddy released 1 billion more Angelics?
A couple of days ago. Like I can't keep it straight anymore. A couple of days ago.
Yeah. So a whole nother squad of Angelics, 1 billion of Armadas, 1 billion Armadas. So they were released. And then the 10 levels of consciousness, which is what's going to allow the things that we talk about become more and more evident.
Right.
And more people wake up to the fact that it's all true and all real.
Yeah.
Even the fact that all of these different media outlets, not media, but social media, and all these truth seekers and truth tellers that are not knowing exactly what they're spilling is bullshit, but they're going to start spilling the truth about everything because there's no way around it. There's no way around Daddy. There's no way around me. The truth is the truth, and it'll always be true. Now, events and things change. Something that would have been true or would have happened didn't happen because so and so chose not to do it. Those type of things change. Daddy, me, you, B, the beautiful reality that we're walking into, that doesn't change. The uncloaking of massive ships worldwide, that doesn't change. In fact, they're speeding it up because of all the censoring, all of the messing with my finances, messing with my social media, messing with all, people of the light stuff. They're amping it up.
Amp it up, amp away.
Stop them, stop them, stop them, stop them.
Amp away, right?
Hey, let's go.
Yeah.
Look, it's going to get so real that we're literally going to board our crafts and let everybody watch it. You heard what I just said, right? So there's no way around stopping what's coming. None at all, ever. They're my forces. They belong to me. I'm the king. And that's that. There's no way around it.
Fly right down to Michael Sala's house. Say, hey.
Back in the days, in battles, the king was always the first one to go into the battle, the real kings anyway, right? Okay, well, that's why I'm here, because I'm the target, and they're finding out that they can't do nothing. So if they can't do nothing to me, what do you think of my army?
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, very.
Now we're seeing evidence of a second moon coming into our atmosphere. Like, okay, so is that second moon out of the dome or in the dome?
Well, since it's out of the dome. However, the dome is it's not a glass dome like it was. It's an energetic dome, so it's still visible.
Right.
I did see some comments of people saying, well, I thought there was no space. I thought we was in a dome and there's nothing but water and blah, blah, blah. That's not true. That's not true. We are floating in space just like all the other planets. There are multiple districts on Earth, and all of us have had glass domes, energetic domes, which are nothing but force fields. Speaking about force fields, the day of the hurricane that was supposed to come here that automatically went that way, they found evidence of my dome over this area. They all saw it. We even have photos of it. I showed you guys the next day, all the different ships and all that. So we have protective energetic domes in certain areas of the world that won't be destroyed. Okay. Wakanda was fucking for real. Hello. So is vibranium, and so is everything else I tell y'all.
Wow.
There's no way around it. So yes, the second moon, there's actually three of them. And there's also planets. It's a dwarf planet, and there's an Indian type of race on them.
Ooh.
And they're coming back too, as long with the Mayans and all that. So that's what's happening. We have different beings of the light that are coming back to help liberate and educate the population. I've been telling you all this for years. And now we're at the point where it's happening.
So exciting.
Right. Very. So
yeah. So you've got an event next Sunday in Birmingham from 10 to
Yep.
2. Destin is the 19th of October from 1 to 5, and then you've got one in Tulsa, November 19th. All right.
Yep.
All right. Then you've got some things up in the Bronx and all of that. So there's, as you said, 5 things going on now that you're working on, but so many more beautiful things happening down the road.
Yeah, everywhere, worldwide. We have locations. We have locations and destinations that we haven't discussed yet because we're still ironing things out.
Yeah.
So basically what we did was just certain Jedis are in certain areas, and we went ahead and contacted planners and stuff like that. Told the planners what we wanted to do, send them the paperwork, send them their payments, and it's getting done.
Yeah.
So that's literally what we're doing. We're doing the same type of event here with face painters, entertainment, blah, 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 gift bags, raffles, all that, everywhere. We're doing it everywhere.
Right.
So that's where all your donations that recently came in went towards already.
Right.
It's already gone. Shit is already paid for because I like to get things out the way.
Right.
So that being said, we still have to pay for other things too, and we'll get that done between today and tomorrow. And that's why I did the sale that I got going on, so I could pay for these things.
Right.
Of course, I covered my rent and everything like that too, so we're getting that stuff out the way.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to finally get these contracts paid up, so I wouldn't have to even rent. Right?
Yes, it would.
but you know, at the end of the day, no matter how much money I got, Daddy wants me in this house for whatever reasons, and all the other stuff that I got going on. So things are happening, things are changing, and everything is being evident. We'll have D Blue back online shortly. Everybody that hasn't got their coins will. It's just been a process. Others we're doing other things where we can't focus on that right now, and we're also giving time for certain people, places, and things to disappear so that when we do relaunch it, we don't have to worry about someone mining our coins and stealing it. So that's where we're at with that. You don't lose with Daddy ever.
I'm glad you addressed that because, people, the people are hanging in there and they just don't understand the bigger picture. But when it's time, they'll be recompensed. So they'll be, which is more than anyone else would do for you. If you had cryptocurrency and somebody stole it, would you even consider asking for your money back? No.
Well, that's why there's good people and there's bad people.
Yeah.
Like right now, I could just say forget about all of it because I didn't steal your money. And there's evidence that there were CIA minds or bots or whatever taking everybody's shit, taking everybody's money. So there's evidence of everything that I tell you. There's also evidence of the source generator sticker on your breaker box zeroing out your electric bill, and the company didn't pay you because the source generator is literally generating energy for your house. It's zeroed out and you're supposed to be having credits now. Why isn't that happening? Corruption. And guess what? Your time is coming. Your time is coming. We set you all up. All of it. All of you guys. We set you all up real good too. Ooh, so good.
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 I have 3 here where I live. All right. 1 in my circuit breaker and then 2 on that little outside box thingies. And of course, my bill went up. I know what they're doing.
Well, they've already exposed themselves years ago when I first made it.
Yeah.
And we got screenshots to prove it. I gave those out. I gave out the free ones at that. And even the free ones was zeroing out people's electric bills with photographs or screenshots and photos that they sent me in that their bill was at zero and they had credit. So those credits are to be paid to you or deducted for the next month, right? So why didn't they do that? Oh, because our stuff isn't a government program like solar powers are. So you just blatantly just disregarded my technology and told people, no, we're going to just bill you the same thing we billed you last year for the same month. What? You're
Yeah.
doing what now?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're doing fraud and you're stealing. Oh,
Greed.
okay. So again, we set them all up because in the company of heaven courts of justice, your ass is guilty.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, will you be selling those sweatshirts and t-shirts, or is this something you made for yourself
I,
personally?
I think it's already online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I already posted it. If not, I'll get it up there. But yeah, I've made these because it should be worldwide knowledge that it's Dad's will, not ours. We just can't go around and doing certain things, and He made us in a way to love what we're doing.
Right.
So that's another thing. Once you realize your niche or you love the things that you do, you were made to do those things.
Yeah.
Because He designed you to be able to love what you're doing. And that's literally His will. You loving what you're doing, and you never know, by doing what you love, you can actually get an income from it. Right? Because that's what I do. I'm the only one that can do the shit that I do. And he's authorized me to even be able to sell it, sell my products, sell my stuff, right?
Yeah.
The only thing that He doesn't let me do is consultations and stuff like that, because all you have to do is text me, Smarty, I need this. Smarty, my mother, my father, my daughter, heal, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I don't need you to sit there on a fucking hour call to do all that. Right?
Yeah.
Now think about it. Now think about it. Like I could use the fucking money to do other things, but I can't do that. It's not right.
Yeah.
Especially how fast I can do things. Right?
You would be, after like the first 3 minutes of chit chatting, you'd be done.
Yeah, exactly. Then I just be sitting there listening to your bullshit.
That's great. That's great.
But it's not bullshit. Like I talk to I literally pick up the phone when I'm supposed to, and talk to a lot of people, and people just tell me everything, and it's like, that's Daddy. This is all real.
Yeah.
It's all real. And that's why I haven't done anything like that, because I'd feel like I'm taking advantage of someone, and I can't do that. Like, that's not me.
Yeah.
So
Well, in the future, everything you do, like, healing wise, the crystalline chambers and all that, will be free.
yeah, those will be free. However, we'll still have products for you to be able to support
Right.
our employees.
Yeah.
Right, because that's what we're moving into. I'm moving into a position where all of the income coming in will go back to the employees and infrastructure. That's it. I won't need it from my own pockets because I have everything Dad wants me to have.
Right.
I was literally just explaining this about certain buildings and certain hotels and all that. I was telling somebody how Dad wanted me to structure things where you got 3-day work weeks and you got triple the pay. This means you got triple the employees as well. And not only that, but you'll have a lounge type area where you have a buffet feeding everybody, and they can come in and feed their families as well. And the person was like, well, how are you going to pay for that? What do you mean how you pay for that? All the money that these companies are going, or these resorts and all these different companies are making, they're funding their lifestyle. I'm going to put it back into the people because I don't need this much shit. Right? Even though I have mansions and palaces wherever dad wants them to be put, everything is going back to the people's pockets so that you got more time with your family with 3-day work weeks. You're getting triple the pay, plus the basic income that dad wants me to put out there, plus the guaranteed income. Like, we're fucking changing everything, and there's no way we're going to be stopped because dad.
Yeah.
So that's how we're structuring everything. We're going to have everything you can ever want. People are going to be quitting their jobs just to come work for us. And why wouldn't you? Because you never know when you're going to run into Smarty. I'll fuck around and come sit down right next to you and eat next to you and be like, what's up, man? What you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we got a lot of beautiful things to look forward to, and right now we're literally cleaning shit up. We're wrecking shop. We're fucking exposing them or allowing them to expose themselves so that I can eliminate them. And if they want anybody to blame, they can fucking blame me. I'm the one that's eliminating y'all. So if you want to target somebody, you can target me and leave everybody else alone. Bunch of bitches. You picking on little kids. How about you come pick on grown men?
Yeah. Look what they've done. It just, like, the past few years have been just, they're amping it up. They're in your face. It's not even hidden anymore. One of the things I wanted to ask about was, we're seeing more and more video about these Diddy parties and all the stuff that went on there, which is pretty revolting, okay? And it is getting a lot of attention. But my concern is they're not really talking about the tunnels under there and what's happening in the tunnels, the crimes that are committed there. And I want to make sure that that is exposed as well.
It is. And we all have a part in that. So that being said, reinforce times a Googleplex with daddy's hand on it all, exposing all of them, exposing his handlers, and the reptilians overlords that were all involved in it all. Because they thought they were going to just throw Diddy under the bus and continue to do what they're doing. I got news for y'all. Y'all all done. It don't matter what the fuck y'all do at this point. You might as well just give it up. You might as well just go hang yourself, go off yourself, go do whatever the fuck it is you do to hide. You can run if you want to. You can't get away. We know everything, and we're coming. We're coming after y'all. So get right with daddy or not.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Beautiful.
Dun.
Yeah, that was my concern. We're seeing all these videos, but they're all talking about the same kind of stuff, Justin Bieber and that. And it's horrible, but I want to make sure that it's all
right. However, it is leading to where we all want, because the child trafficking, you had the young lady come forward, the adrenochrome, all of the harvesting and all that stuff. Like, they literally had Diddy as a puppet for them.
Right.
And they're saying, well, if we can take this billionaire's money and throw him in jail, we could do it to anybody, right? But we saw the first shit happen with Kanye, right? Now we have Diddy next to Jay-Z, Oprah, and all the other ones, which are already done. Oprah was one of the first ones to be executed. However, they still have to play their little bullshit game for the people's psyche, if you would.
Right.
However, this all this satanic shit has been happening way before Diddy came, right? Because you got Clyde Davis and all these other Jewish fuckers in the background doing all these satanic rituals because that's what they are, the synagogue of Satan, right? And they all have ties to Israel because they're all, what do you call it?
Zionists.
Zionists. They're all Zionists, which is nothing but the synagogue of Satan, right? It says it, right? Yeah, no, you're all being exposed. You're all being executed. And some of you guys will be done publicly.
Okay.
Most of the public stuff, the evaporations and stuff like that will be nothing but the dark reptilians or dark entities that will be turned into particles and sent off to beyond the unmentionable.
Okay. Good.
So,
Good.
yeah,
Okay.
real good.
So my concern is alleviated. All right. Anything else you want to say today that we haven't talked about yet?
Well, there's so many things happening. The weather modification, the events, the banking institutions, all of the banking systems, all of that's fading away. Um, the cost of living will be restored. There's a lot of things that's happening. Let's see. There's so much cool things happening as well. A lot of different technologies being uncovered or being brought back to the surface. So many cool, easy things that we can put together in literally from Walmart that will from Home Depot that will literally power your house forever.
Right. Right.
So all these different type of things coming out. So keep doing that. We're just going to keep exposing everything more and more and more and more and more and more. Oh, check this out. I gotta. Did y'all see this? Oh yeah, I'm sure everybody saw it.
QR codes.
Yeah, so this QR code takes you right to the website, right to the website for the free hollows, the free download.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, so they're going to be on all the shirts, all the new stuff coming out.
Right.
JJ was on vacation, but he's back. He's going to put out some more move stuff, move material, move hoodies, and all that stuff. And he's got to get a bunch of orders out. I keep telling him I'm gonna get you. So,
well, I love the QR code idea, and like, let's just assume you're wearing your hoodie around. There might even be someone in back of you that's like, "What is that about?" And they snap the photo. Like, so you could maybe have a couple per shirt. You know what I mean?
right.
Do you know that one move shirt that you designed that it had the sayings all over it? It was very cool
Yeah.
how it was done. I love that.
Yeah.
And
They're working on that right now.
yeah.
Yeah. So they're going to. He's got a lot of other cool items that he's getting ready to put on the website.
Yeah.
We just got book bags in for Source Directive book bags. We're waiting for the 1212 beanies. We got a lot of cool different products coming in, and we still got the sale going on because I got other things that I want to cover for the events. So it's definitely looking bright despite all the BS we're having to deal with.
Right.
There's nothing that we cannot change if we come together. Period. This is the purpose of me being here and B being here and all of us that are coming together working hard to end this financial tyranny, because that's literally what it's been. It's a financial tyranny across the board, and they've been feeding off of our children. So we're ending all of that. It's already ended.
Right.
We're walking into the new reality of it all. There was another thing that I want to bring up about 1212. There's a little satanic ceremony type of thing where they would do worshiping from, I think, 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. or something like that. So we're going to do 12-12, and it's going to be nothing but benevolent stuff. Everybody relaxing, not doing anything. That's what the whole 12-12 is all about. Everybody, the whole earth stood still type of thing where everybody's not doing anything and hanging out with their family. Dad said he has other surprises for us that he's not telling me because I got a big mouth. However, we're changing everything. Everything that they did in the dark, we're going to do it in the light. So that's what the whole 12-12 is about. Changing everything and everybody not doing nothing that day. The whole day from 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. till 12 a.m. The whole day. Spend time with your family. Enjoy the day. Don't go to work. It's what Dad wants. Period. He'll work it out. How is this possible? How we can't just not go to work? Yes, you can. If he wants you not to go to work, you can. Most of you guys will, because y'all know Dad's real. Everybody else that won't listen, they may have some headaches waiting for them.
Well, people might be guided not to go that day, like they won't know why, but they're either sick or they're tired or something comes up and they'll just stay home naturally. So that's cool. Because not everyone, like we've been sharing it around and not everyone has seen what we've shared or understands it. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So we'll probably need to remind people as we get closer, of course. One other thing I wanted to ask is we've been researching a lot of the health and the FDA related, the food issues, like especially in the US, the food is poison. And many countries won't take our food, but we're sharing memes and articles to that effect. But now let's share the weather modification. Let's let people know that this was not a natural occurrence. Share it around.
Right.
Yeah, it'll help.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. There's no other way around it. It's definitely it's definitely worth sharing because it's exposing everything. So everything you guys find, share it on your social media platforms. Share everything.
Yep.
Everything I post it for a reason.
Yep.
So share that shit too. Share it like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which we know.
Yeah, and what I've been doing lately is if I see a good video or something, I'm starting to take screenshots and record them because like we've seen recently how these pictures are disappearing from our devices and we can't get them back. So
Right.
we need some of these pictures. So start sharing them or taking snapshots of them, screenshots.
Right. Also, you can share with other people on certain platforms like Telegram or whatnot.
Yeah.
That way you can always go back to them if they delete it from somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah. But I have gone to your channel and some of your stuff is gone.
Yeah, I know. My whole channel was gone. Remember?
Yes, I do. Yeah. So
I bet you I'm still the only one that they shut down.
yeah. Well, we all started with Telegram, whatever number of years ago, because it was supposed to be uncensored, right?
Right.
And now look, it's now censored like the rest of them. I'm disappointed, but that'll change in the future, I'm sure.
Well, when you put the fear of taking someone's children from them and violating them and doing all this heinous shit to them,
Mm-hmm.
that you'll do what you're told.
Yep. Yep.
Right. So I don't worry about things like that because Daddy's not going to allow it.
Yep.
So this is why I come out straightforward with it. Like, listen, this is what I'm gonna do to y'all. Y'all all done. And this is what I'm gonna do for the world. And go ahead and try to stop me. So that's another thing. We're gonna need different platforms, different news medias. We're gonna have to buy up everything that Daddy wants us to buy up and change it from within.
Right.
So when you start to see other companies getting facelifts or name changes, kind of like what X did, but more benevolently, because we all know that's a different set of fucking mafia group, if you would. When you start to see us doing it and me being involved, then you know it's something that we can all count on.
Right.
And we know it's something that's very powerful and very much needed.
Right.
That's why Dad has me involved in literally everything, everywhere.
Well, and you know, a lot of people write and they'll say, like, I want to help. I want to be on, I've got all these ideas to change the world. I want to, you know, and so that's why I'm saying just kind of like you can make your plans and you can, there's pieces you can do now. You know, you can start now, research at least, you know, at least get prepared. But we're going to have so much work for people and, you know, how in a good way, changing the world. We will, there's no shortage of projects to be done.
Right. And not only that, for people that have inventions and cool ideas and stuff like that, I'm gonna have a place where you guys will be able to come and put your ideas on on a computer and literally make it within that same day. So a lot of the stuff that we'll be doing won't be for money, which is the cool part.
Yeah.
Because we'll be doing it because it's the right fucking thing to do.
Right.
You know, like I got so many inventions. You've seen my book. So many inventions that I haven't even been able to do yet because one, I'm too busy cleaning up the fucking planet. Two, I got everybody and their mom's problems. Three, I ain't got enough time.
Yeah, it's all good.
But I'm producing and dealing with all of the shit at the same time.
Yeah. Now the device that you showed us a couple of weeks ago with the you know, it's about the size of a cell phone that's going to go in our car. You've been working on that actively and it's in process.
Yeah.
Process.
Yeah. Yep. I got everything laid out and I still got things coming in and once I'm done, it's over.
Yeah. So that's very exciting news.
Very.
Yeah.
Very. Plus, I'll be putting out some other free energy devices as well. So expect that too. Like they're so fucked they don't even realize it.
Okay.
We don't need oil. We don't need none of that shit. You guys are done.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Well, it feels like a good place to wrap up today. So thank you for the update. Really appreciate it. And I think everyone's very excited to see you again.
Yeah. We'll I was thinking of going live while we're at the Birmingham stuff.
Birmingham?
So,
okay.
Yeah. So we'll probably go live on Zoom here while we're up there.
Okay. That sounds good.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate everything you do for us and the world.
Yep. Thank you guys too. And thank you all you guys for being a part of the Help Someone Today campaign and turning the world right side up.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Love y'all.
Love you too, Smarty.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.